Welcome, everybody. Come on in. It is day 3 of Fueled by the Angels, Transforming Pain into Power and Purpose with Corinne Grillo. Get comfortable. Make sure you've got a drink. Pop a hello in the chat and let us know where you're from. And Corinne will be on in just a few. Thank you guys so much for being here with us. Hey guys, welcome to day 3 of Fueled by the Angels, Transforming Your Pain into Power and Purpose with Corinne Grillo. Corinne will be on in just a few. Super excited to hear what the angels have to say today. So grab a drink, get cozy, and she'll be on in just a few minutes with us. Hi guys, welcome to day 3. Most of you know Corinne, but for anyone who doesn't, she's a licensed psychotherapist, an author, a leader, an educator in intuition, healing, psychedelic facilitation, and ceremony. She's the founder of the Angel Alchemy Academy, which is a badass 6-month certification in intuition and channeling and healing. She's the owner of Casa Condor in Mount Shasta, amazing retreat center. And she's the luminary of the Awake community, a brand new non-dogmatic inclusive church. It's focused on building meaningful virtual communities and reclaiming ancestral rights and practices lost by religious colonization. So amazing. She teaches by bridging others with direct mystical experiences, down-to-earth spiritual wisdom, ritual, and powerful energy medicine that awakens the heart, mind, and soul. We are so excited for day 3. Can't wait to hear what the angels have to say. So without further ado, here is Corinne. Corinne, I think you may be muted.
Okay, hold on a second.
Yeah, there you are. Yeah.
Yay! Hi, you guys. Too bad I just gave all the secrets to the universe just now. You just missed them. Too bad I forgot what they are. But let me know how you're doing. How have these last few days gone? Let me know if you've had any insights or interesting experiences. We actually had someone post a photo. Amber, do we have those photos? Did I send them to you?
Yes, I'll put them
Okay. So someone posted a photo, a really cool photo, with regards to the angels. So you guys know these last few days, near and dear to my heart, right? So we started talking about how to convert our pain, really, how to identify and accept our pain. We talked about the stages of grief. And then yesterday we started getting into our power and what that actually means. So today, the angels have some very interesting wisdom, very cool stuff for us to talk about as far as what the whole purification was about yesterday and deepening into our purpose. And the purpose stuff that came out today was really interesting. Okay, so it started bubbling in last night. It's always different, right? It's always different. What I think we're going to talk about, usually it changes, and today was no different. But it's pretty extraordinary what Spirit wants to talk about, and one of the reasons why we're kind of leaning into the portal of the West and working with the process of death as the transformer and as the purifier of the heavy shit that we're going through, or that a lot of y'all are going through. So Carolyn, I think it was, posted this picture, and if you guys saw day 1, I shared some pictures of some of the holy ones that come down to my property. Sometimes it's just been spectacular, the stuff that's been going on behind the scenes and in the skies. We talked about how reverence and revering the sky is a really important thing, and deepening your devotion and your relationship to Spirit in a whole new way is being called for, digging in and deepening in. So here's a photo from Carolyn. And Georgia's been having a lot of synchronicity. Awesome. Hey, Karen, good to see you. Colleen, what's up? You guys say hi to me in the chat room. Let me know who's here. So you can see after, Carolyn sent this yesterday after, I think it was yesterday, the day before, after our class. I saw it in the comments. So I wanted to post it because it's so similar to some of the things that I've been seeing after and during prayer. And so, for instance, I found this other picture here. So this is very kind of similar to Amber, if you want to. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can see this holy one, but it's yet another face kind of pushed down, giving my house a kiss. This is my retreat center in Casa Condor. You might be able to see its big chubby cheek. It's in the kind of lighter blue. And it's like, kind of like a half, you see that thing that's a half circle? That's like a face pushing down. And these giants come down and give blessings to us when we do prayer. But you could see kind of the feathered edges around the face. if you look at the first two that I posted on day one, you'll see what I'm talking about. The faces are a little more clear, but for those of you who have been watching, here's another one that just pushed up on my house, but it's similar to what Carolyn described, with these kind of feathery things kind of sticking out. And, you know, in case you wanted to wonder why shaman often wear feathered headdresses, I think we might have a clue by some of these pictures, and how the holy ones show up for us. So why do they show up for us, and why are they showing up for a lot of us so hard? I know a lot of you guys, I've heard from a lot of you having a lot of big experiences with spirit, while at the same time going through extraordinary shit, right? And spirit's going to get more clear on what the process we're going through as a collective, but also new contemplations for you. Was it Carolyn? Yeah, you did. You posted it, Carolyn. I saw it. Thank you for sharing. And if you guys have any other photos that are really cool, that are inspiring to us, so that we know we're most assuredly not alone. I mean, I already knew that, right? Because I've already, started having the miracle thing happen. God, it has to have been at least 10 years now. But it just it just keeps going. And now it's like there's no doubt, okay? As if there wasn't a doubt before. But for you guys, okay, your relationship with your inner self, right? This inner voice is more important than ever. And as we're getting new instruction, it's almost like we're all new people together. And, sometimes there's new instruction, new guidance coming out. And it's so wonderful that we have connection with each other, so we can check in. I was just talking to another person in my community and friend, and we were talking about how wonderful it was that if I'm doing a channeling in the Inner Sanctum, which is my member site, that sometimes, like in her community, she'll have the same angel come through that week. So it's like, oh, okay, yeah, it's us. So the more we communicate and connect and talk about these really weird things that we think is just our own imagination, the better. If you are not hunkering down more deeply into your personal practice, okay, I hate to sound like a gosh darn, hall monitor, but it's really true right now. And also, it's harvest time. This time of year really is starting to draw us more inwards. And so I just want to say that's really important. Today was very much a return of the Jedi day. Okay. So I mentioned yesterday got a little like, raw, I was like emotional, pissed, but today the sun is out. And it's very much a return of the Jedi. A lot of you guys, when we talked about why you're here, a lot of you know that you're here to bring light into the darkness. Who knows why you know that, right? But you know that. Some of you guys know that, you're here for something other than clocking in for a 9 to 5, maybe to experience extraordinary magic or to bring magic into the world. Some of you may have a sense that you're a magic bringer, but not know anything about it, right? You just kind of know that you're somewhat magical, but haven't quite owned it and claimed it. And owning it and claiming it is really important. This is part of our purpose. Let me just see if I'm skipping through anything. So the first day, it was about digging in your heart. Why are you here? This is like quintessential to help us move through any pain. All right. You have to remember why you're here, especially when it's big stuff going on and you feel a little trapped by the way the current is going in certain things. Why are you here helps you amplify your root, helps your root get stronger, helps you become more resilient. So it's almost like this defining purpose, this personal motto of, I live for this. Okay. This is like Robin Hood, right? Like, this is why I'm here. And I have to remember that. Yesterday was not just why are you here, but what are you going to do about it while you're here? Okay. So that's when we started getting into your power. What are you going to do about it? And because remember, we always have power. We don't have power over what's going on necessarily outside of us, unless you want to change the weather or just little things here and there we can do. Okay. But when it comes to global impact kind of shit, we're one piece in an entire orchestra, an entire symphony that's playing. We only have choice over our actions, right? So what are you going to do? That's claiming and reclaiming your power. your authority. If you've ever studied any of the esoteric, magical Western traditions, it's always about making a choice first. The biggest magical act is making a choice. So if you make the choice towards how wonderful, what a pleasure, how will we chew on this? What are we going to do about it? What kind of voice you're going to use, what kind of actions you're going to take, what are you going to do about it? Another aspect of purpose, there's a few of them we're going to talk about, but purpose is not just why you're here or what you're going to do. It's also about what Azrael said. What he showed me was before we came into these bodies. And then we're like, hey, creator, you know what I'm in the mood for? I think I'd like to learn about this. So can we just set it up to where I get to learn about this thing? And so it's also about what you're here to learn. And what you're here to learn will also inform you as what you are to do. What you're here to learn is that shit that haunts you in every relationship, okay? Is that shit that no matter where you go or what you do, it's hiding in plain sight. It's our addictions. It's this feeling of oppression, this feeling of victimization, this feeling of being misunderstood, unseen, alone, lonely. Sometimes if those are the themes that come up over and over again, that's part of and attached to and joined with what we're here to learn. And part of what we're here to learn also attaches to what you're here to teach. So many decades of my life I spent in depression. And it wasn't until my first miracle that I caught some freedom around that it's like the ocean parted, like Moses, like led the slaves through the ocean, right, into freedom. And so you'll notice those themes in your life that really are fucked up. And that's the opportunity to say, what a pleasure. It's so wonderful to be able to see myself so clearly. And what am I to do about it? So it's the same for whatever is going on in this really bizarre time on the planet where, whoa, people are literally living real time in other worlds at the same time because we're communicating. I mean, we're in different rabbit holes. It's not about seeing eye to eye, and it's sure as hell not about facts anymore, right? So what's it about? Who knows what the fuck it's about? All we're supposed to do is focus on ourselves and our own part, our purpose, okay? So our purpose is not just your why. It's not just what you're to do. It's also what you're here to learn, okay? So as long as you're doing some of those things, it's going to offset some of the pressure of the pain that you feel, of the helplessness that you feel in your relationships, in your life. A lot of times we struggle in our relationships because we're way too focused on the other person. You know, we're way too focused on their business and not nearly committed to our own business. Because when we are doing our own business, we don't have time for any level of bullshit, period. I'm just saying, you do not have time to be all caught up in some drama, even in your own house, if you are filled with creativity in your service of whatever it is, or you're like drunken with the learning that you're doing. There's so much to learn right now. There's so much cool stuff to learn. So staying committed to your purpose helps ignite this power, and they all feed off of each other. So your power is behind the pain always. Okay. It's just a matter of if you're willing to go, hey, what a pleasure. Okay. Let's figure out what that is. Another cool thing he said about your purpose. First, I want you to feel into, take a few breaths. And by the way, I'm wondering, was anyone else's solar plexus, like before I got in here about an hour ago, my shit was on fire. My solar plexus was like, I don't know, it's like a dragon, like in full ferocity, just going, and I was like, damn, this is, I'm going to need to wear some shades for this I'm going to blast someone with this solar plexus shit. I'm just wondering how your solar plexus is going, because yesterday we reclaimed some of your power, from the other side. What a pleasure, you guys. Anyways, your purpose is like a burning fire, not just in your heart, but it's in your stomach, underneath all the grip that we might have in life. They're giving you another opportunity right now to let go a little more, die a little bit more, if you will. Take a breath with me. And whatever it is that you're holding on to, please just get that shit out of the way today. Just get it out of the way. You don't need it. Thank you, Great Spirit. So it's Osriel, but it's also these purifiers, these teachers from the other side. What are you here to learn? Any idea? What are you here to learn? If you know what that is, drop it in the chat room. What are you here to learn? So Spirit told me one thing, that we're all here to learn if you're listening to this, okay? You're here to learn. First of all, I have a question. How many of you are channels? Let me know if you're a channel, if you already consider yourself a channeler, a channeler. Like you channel angels, you channel higher beings, Let me know if you do. To be independent, Lori, good. Discipline, you're here for discipline. Oh my God, that's a hard lesson. That sucks. That was part of my lesson too. God, I was so unstructured. I still am. But so if you're a channeler, they want you to know that it's time to review what that means. So they're moving some of us from just being a healer or a channeler into the awareness that it's beyond that. It's that you are a channel, period. A channel, and when they said channel, it was the bridge. And it's not just any old bridge, okay? It's a bridge between allowing spirit to move through you and create this wake of whatever it is, the medicine that they move through you, okay? So sometimes our greatest power is about getting out of the way. And that's a lot of kind of what I teach in the academy, but the intensity with which they were bringing it through was pretty serious, okay? And they said, here, let me get out some notes, because he dropped down some pretty cool shit about this. The resurrection, the death to the old way of channeling, and just channeling life. Okay, it doesn't have to be I'm a spiritual person. It could just be I'm channeling life a certain way. When you understand yourself as a channel of a higher potent power, okay, that is way beyond. It's like this giant thing kissing your house, okay? Just, you can't pretend to know anything anymore. You can't pretend to have your shit together, because it just stops mattering. It stops mattering how people look at you. It stops mattering what people think about you. It even stops mattering what we think about ourselves. And that's the real key. You may be full of self-doubt, full of a lack of confidence. It really stops mattering when you're a channel, when you're really allowing yourself to embody the genius that lives outside of us. Outside. This is a lot of New Age communities get a little twisted, right? All the great power lives inside. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. The great power lives outside. Okay. We're lucky because we have a spark of that inside. But the great power lives outside of us. We are, as a people, have to remember that. Because we kind of psychologized our way into believing that everything's an introject and everything is a projection of our own power. Yes and no, not at all. And so when you understand yourself as a channel and you submit yourself to this higher power, you become a channel, and you accidentally are a kick-ass channeler because of that. No one has to even know about it, is what I'm saying. No one even has to know. And they're just saying, as you kind of remove and kind of scrub away the false selves, you still have yourself, but the false stuff, the stuff that just stops mattering over time, the more that you embrace this power, the more that you step into the purpose, because the purpose stops being about what you want. The purpose stops being about how wonderful you are and your medicine and your magic, okay? The deeper purpose is not about that at all. It's about aligning with the higher purpose. It's about aligning with the collective purpose, where you stop mattering and everything else matters more. The experience of love is more bountiful than whatever we get out of it, all right? And it's not about validation, seeking validation any longer. You drop that shit. It's not about looking good for the male gaze. It's not about being a good woman, a good man. It doesn't even matter. It's not about being good at all. It's about being almost nothing so that you can be something that's extraordinary, full of magic, full of accidental miracles, full of accidental medicine. So they're talking about this for you, to just kind of bring it into our awareness that there's this new vibe, this new current. And we learn how to become this channel by working channeling, of course, learning how to open our consciousness at least to spirit, and then learning how to trust to that. Okay. But the higher level of trust is being essentially a fool, a clown, stumbling in directions, saying yes to weird shit, and just going in the direction where the heart and soul call you, even if it doesn't make sense, and even if people will judge you. How many of you held your voice back in the last year or 4 when people were saying some really mean shit about other kinds of people? How many of you stopped yourself because you felt like you didn't want to cause a stir or be polite? You know, you wanted to be polite. We're all indoctrinated to like be kind and not cause a stir. That's not being a channel, okay? That's being a good little boy and a good little girl. There's a difference. I think I mentioned Jesus was a rebel, right? That's when you know you're kind of in the channel zone, right? When you have 0 fucks left, almost 0. And it's not about what your mommy and daddy think anymore. It's not even about what your husbands or kids think anymore. It's about making moves from the heart and soul and being as gracious as possible with those closest to you about where things are headed and what you're up to, what you're vibing on, what you're into. Respectfully, okay? This isn't about like fuck you guys for not letting me be me. Like, that's totally fucking teenage shit. I'm talking about big boy, big girl shit, okay? This is about no one can stop you. You couldn't stop if you wanted to. Shit. That's channel. That's not channeling. That's channel. So, like, channelers are freaking awesome, okay? But when you're a channel, it requires like ferocity. It's the vibe, like ferocity, but also, like I said, at the same time, because the Great Spirit is at one just magical, okay, powerful giant, by the way, but also so full of love and tenderness. It's this paradox, it's this combination of being the sweetest, most gentle creature, and at the same time being absolutely unfuckwithable, you know. And this polarity is so unique. And this is like that it's like when the judgment God comes into union with the lover, comes into union with the divine feminine. So it unobstructs you from truly living authentically, not to sound cliche, okay? But boy, do we have permission to be so tender, gracious, and compassionate, and also unfuckwithable. Like nothing will stop you from doing what it is you came here to do, or from learning what it is you came here to learn. That's ferocity in the good way. In the good way. And I'm telling you, I have this unfuckwithable, it's a real thing, the unfuckwithable, because it's so tender and generous, right? And then when it stops being so, the ability to step up and cut it off is pretty fantastic, especially at times like this, times like these where we need bigger, brighter bullshit meters and to be able to advocate for those things. Okay, use our voice when necessary. And so we can protect each other along the way. So we can call bullshit and praise, where all of those things are deserving. Praise generously, okay? Positive reinforcement is a good thing. But so is bitch, get off me. You best back up. That's good too. That's really good too, okay? Because the angels weren't a bunch of kittens. You know that, right? To remind you. The angels in the Bible, fierce, right? It's an army. They battle. They battle darkness. And so this ferocity comes with the territory sometimes. You get a little stronger, more resilient, strangely. And so the channel, okay? Are you a channel? Is there room? Is there room for more, is what I'm saying. Where are you kind of still holding back? If you knew that there was an army straight up right behind you, rallying for you, when you answered yesterday's question, what are you going to do about it? Would it change a little bit more? Would it become a little bit more intense? You know, like, would you invest in that extra degree? Go to law, finish law school. Would you let yourself do that even when the time is wrong? Everybody's waiting around for the right time to do shit. That's one of the biggest illusions and games you play on yourself. So if you're still playing well, it's not the right time for this. Okay, enough. We don't have time. Now's always the right time. So your channel. Okay, but here's a really cool part. Who else needs a bigger, brighter bullshit meter, right? Unfuckwithable, guys. It's important, man. Heart-centered people, we're so sweet. Dude, I got ran over most of my life. I used to get in trouble for being too nice when I was younger. Seriously, I would give all my shit away to everybody. If someone liked stuff, like another kid would come over to my house and they'll be like, oh, I like that thing. I just take it off, give it to them. Oh, you like that book? Here, take it. I had no sense of like ownership, right? No sense of myself. I didn't care about that stuff. Just like, take it. It means nothing to me, right? So I had to learn how to not get taken advantage of too, right? God, it sucks though. I mean, it sounds great. I'm unfuckwithable. I am totally fuckwithable, by the way. I just mean, like, my emotions get super impacted. I just don't allow a lot of shit in my space anymore, the way that I used to. And I do my best to not impact other people's spaces. It's respect. We got to respect each other. If there's no respect, there's nothing, but I feel like a mafioso now, you guys. Let's go hit the streets. Let's go roll some streets together. So what was cool, okay? Here's the thing about the channel thing. There's always been holy people out there, right? They're always weird. They do a lot of different shit. They're just going to be themselves and have their magical experiences. And, but the difference is between those individuals back then and now. Here's what Azrael said, is that this is a really precious and holy time, because the illuminated ones are meeting each other. Okay, those with the spark. We all have the spark. Okay, just not all of us are gonna fucking grow that spark into a fire, you know, and then grow that fire into a bonfire, and then grow that bonfire into a fucking inferno, right? Not all of us are gonna do that. It takes a takes a lot of dying in order to make that happen in the same lifetime. And so he had some notes on becoming a channel, and it's the dying of the old ways of being, believing, and seeing. And being a channel means there's this clarity, it's this bridge, it's this openness, there's a being still there, but this person almost doesn't it's just they matter to themselves a little less and a little more at the same time. Okay, but they say if you're not, a lot of people are leading with the dead eyes, right? They're looking at life with dead eyes and a dead heart. And when that happens, you can't see the beauty that's always there, radiating through us, right? Through all of life. So no matter what life presents us, if your eyes are, if you're not looking through dead eyes and a dead heart, if they're open the way that they were designed to be, that gives us purpose and strength and resilience. And he said, when you look at the world and you don't see the beauty, you weren't looking hard enough. When you feel alone, you aren't feeling hard enough. And when you feel empty and hungry and restless from something that you don't even know what you're craving, you are craving the food that's offered to all humans, but only received by few. So I think we started talking about food on Monday. No, 3 days ago on day one. This sustenance that sustains us. I don't know if you've ever had that feeling where all of a sudden you feel renewed. You just get refreshed for no reason. All of a sudden something just sloughs off of you. Hopefully it's happened over the last couple of days. But a byproduct of that is somewhere, somehow, Spirit was able to hand deliver some bread and wine to you, to your soul, through the portal. Okay. So this food, this craving, we all have it. It's just a matter of you're going to let yourself receive it. Your devotion to the Great Spirit, your personal practices are good, right? Keep doing that. Claiming that you're a channel, not just a channeler. It's important right now. The higher will, not your will, the higher will right now. Because we are gathering, okay? So you start talking about the gathering of, it was like the channels of the illuminated ones. He said what makes it so special is that we can connect with each other now, which means we can amplify each other. We can amplify each other's voice. We used to just be weirdos, like hiding out in some fucking corner, hoping that, we didn't get our huts burned and shit, or like, burned at the stake, beheaded. There's a litany of things that went on in the past that told us we had to step back, but we are becoming who we were meant to be. And this mystical side of us has been critical for our people, for generations, was critical until religious colonization, of course, right? Which totally lied to us about who we are. Told us that we were evil when we talk to spirits, when in fact it's what makes us powerful. Talking to our ancestors makes us powerful. Talking to angels, weird, amazing shit happens. So we have to reclaim that right, first of all. and not be shy about it. Say it out loud and do some weird shit. Okay, it sounds stupid. Sounds stupid. I thought it was stupid in the beginning, right? I told you on day one, like, this is a really bad, weird idea, but I have to do it because nothing could stop me, essentially. I mean, it did. It stopped me for a while because it's embarrassing to come out of the spiritual closet. But but I wouldn't have changed it for the world, right? Because that's why I am here. It's one of the reasons why. I'm here to fucking say weird shit. Get people fired up about some weird ass shit. So weird. So what's your work? Do it, okay? Because we want more of it. So this gathering, we amplify each other. Years ago, right before I went online, right after I quit being a regular therapist and really started communicating in other realms, right? I remember looking out a window and I saw this grove of trees. And then as I was watching, some of these leaves just turned into like bright gold, like golden light, so bright. First time I ever saw that. And as I was watching, my heart and my stomach opened, and I could feel the communion, the communication. And they showed me that these trees, it was like each continent, and that in each continent there are like golden souls, okay? And that those are the people that you're calling in. Those are the soul family. That's the soul family. And so when it comes to our purpose, it's not your purpose. It's you and your soul family's purpose. Okay? We're not walking alone. So they told me that part of my work was to bring in people that are these souls, you know, and that it's like my soul family. They said, this is your soul family. You guys are going to be partying. Okay. This is before I had even done it. And what has been amazing is that I was talking about the angel, I'll talk about the Angel Alchemy Academy again, because some of you guys were interested. But in the Angel Alchemy Academy, I had no idea what I was really doing. I thought I was just teaching an intuitive healing training, but what I was really doing was connecting soul family members together and people who've stayed with each other for years now, because I've been teaching it for like, I don't know, 8 or 9 years altogether. So, so this soul family, it's you guys right here. You know, you guys who are coming to this talk, soul family, right? It's just a matter of meeting each other and going, oh shit, I didn't know that I could just talk to people that are going to allow me to express this part of me and this part of me. And that, whoa, we have so many matching parts. This is intense. And it's wonderful because people meet each other from all over the world. So this soul family thing is important because when we understand our purpose isn't just about us, it's about this bigger collective mission. Like our soul group has a specific purpose, okay? And the more of us that engage this purpose, the more it literally lifts everyone else up, even if they don't know us. And so if you're someone like myself, I need to work for other people. I need a bigger mission. I've never been enough for me to get myself out of holes. I only started activating my life after I had kids. Otherwise, I'm happy to die. Not a big deal. Still happy to die, by the way, but in a different way, in a good way. Okay. But, you know, when you really get connected with your people, your soul people, you understand what Spirit is trying to say is that there's a bigger mission here, and not everybody's going to be in your soul group. Okay. You know who your people are when you meet them. You know who your people are when you meet them. You go, okay, I get this person. I don't know what it is. Okay. So that's important because we are finally finding each other so we can strengthen each other. Resilience, you know, part of this 3 days was about resilience. People, you guys, the right people. So they're asking you to up your game when it comes to the right people, the people, okay? The ones that light you up, the ones that inspire you. I think I mentioned the ones that you're inspired by, right? Find those good people, surround yourself with them, please. Soul family helps you feel seen. How many of you guys have soul family? And heart family. You know, my kids call the extra aunties and uncles heart family. So how many of you know Have met your soul family. Okay, so real fast, I'm going to get to this next part because this is relevant to what's happening today. Because that gold one was happening about 8 or 9 years ago. Okay, when I saw all the golden ones kind of come together. I would say over the last year, I've been seeing, instead of golden leaves, now my trees are turning into crystalline diamond like things. And I'm seeing them start getting illuminated at the very tips of the trees. And I don't see gold at all anymore. And so this next iteration is really about, this is what separates the men from the boys again. This is the channel. They're diamonds. Okay. So these diamonds, what's the difference between a diamond and gold? First of all, gold, you can't see through it, right? A diamond has clarity. A diamond is supremely strong, but a diamond is cooked under extreme pressure. So our golden souls are being alchemized into something that not even the alchemist of the old days knew, because it wasn't the same world. Okay. This is not gold world anymore. This is diamond world. And, transmuting into gold is important. But then another stage of the alchemy is being fucking all this carbon pressure on us, what's happening on the planet. Um, we what they were saying was this extreme pressure is what's cooking the diamonds, and the diamonds start coming together. We start being prisms for the great spirit's light, and this amplifies. If you're seeing a lot of wonders, signs and wonders in the sky, those abilities start amplifying more. And you start having deep, crazier dreams and all of that. But we still have to explore what that means, what that means for you. What's that golden leaf turning into a diamond? What does that mean for you? Besides mental clarity, it's also spiritual. It's also purity, right? How the purity of, yesterday we did purification. So Archangel Azrael is really, part of what is dying is the old soul, right? I think we talked about, they said to make house, to be housed by new spirits. And these spirits are coming in from other regions, higher, not higher, just more sublime regions, to bring hope and peace through you. Okay, so again, not about you. It's about a higher power, and if you're willing to surrender a portion of your heart over for something new and beautiful to be born. So it's clear, so light can shine right through it, right? Right, Jen? Shine like a diamond, right? Shine like a diamond. So what are you here to learn? What would it mean for you to deepen into your power as a channel? As a channel, what does that mean for you? And we're gonna open up the portal in a second. But gathering around important people, and I thought this was a good time as they were talking about the power of community. I want to remind you that we're doing. I'm looking for students right now again for the Angel Alchemy Academy, and the first phase is about opening up, being a channel. It's about like flexing a little bit more those muscles and really embodying yourself as a bridge, owning your power. And the way I teach is always, it's really, to be honest, here's a spoiler alert, it's always about the heart. It's about letting your heart break and die a little bit more so it can house more light and love. All the work that we do is through the great power. It's through the power of love and through the power of the heart. But really, it's through the power of coming together into community to amplify each other's gifts, amplify each other's power. And so if you know that you're being called deeper into the soul, you know, and there's some mysteries to explore there. If you're going through an initiation and, you know, you want to start wrapping some language on it and you want to get around people that there's language about. Um, the actual class kicks off in January. I think we're starting pre-training soon. I'm terrible at this, but anyways, from my heart, okay, join me, join us. Um, it's the best time. It's the best time to do it because yeah, we got to pony up, you know, arm up, support each other, fucking kick ass, become unfuckwithable together, and we do that anchored in the strength of the Great Spirit and understanding who the fuck we are and why we're here. And so channeling helps, intuition helps, trusting your guidance, and then learning how to get out of the way so intensely that you accidentally send awakened miracles into other people's lives. And so you can read about it more there. There's a lot I should say about it. There's so much more to it. We're actually kicking it off. You can actually just do the first 3 months with us. And so it's a 3-month program. I show up live every couple of weeks. We throw down, we laugh, and we meet each other, you know. These seeds from all over the world. We meet each other, meet our family, and then I invite you guys to my house, where all the good ones come to to give it blessings, to give it smooches. So please come, join us there. You can head over to Angel Alchemy Academy. Angel Academy Certification.com. Don't say no. You know, if you're curious and you know that your work is spiritual, you know that just tuning into your higher power is greatly helpful and will be greatly helpful considering the time of the planet that you're in. And I train people who've been training for like 20 years. I train all kinds of people. Okay. 20 years, brand newbies. But if you want to take your relationship deeper and really have an authentic, deeper relationship with spirit and explore your gifts, I highly recommend, because it's not just a channeling thing. If you haven't gathered, it's an initiation. You know, it isn't an opening, a big heart opening and consciousness blower. Okay, so I should have had someone else like come and talk about it because I'm embarrassed to talk about it. Really, it's not my gig. But you know, you guys just show up and do your shit. Say it out loud. Gosh. Amber, is there anything else I should say about that off the top of your head?
Well, pre-training starts next week. So it starts on the 20th. So it's coming so fast. So it's going to be awesome for the people who join early because then they can be a part of the November pre-training, and there's one in December. Yeah. So everybody that hops in will get to be a part of both of those, which will be badass.
Yeah. Awesome. So the pre-training, we have a combination of online modules, and it's doable for anybody. And then we encourage you guys to like connect, you know, so you'll practice with each other and get your minds blown together, and then we give you an opportunity to blow outsiders' minds. So I'll hook you up with some of my clients, and then hopefully you get to make your own clients through those clients. And we see a lot of people here again who did it yesterday, who are here. A lot of my graduates are in the thread here, so this is so great. Oh, Jennifer LaVon, yes, do it, okay? Do it, okay? Yeah, I'm just saying, if you have any yes in you, jump in, is what I'm saying. If your body's like, yes, I'm just digging it. I've never even thought about doing it, but yes, I mean, fucking do it for Pete's sake, so we can all hang out. We need each other. We need good community, period. And so if my community is not it, I need you to commit to finding an additional community and up level your community and how you're showing up in community. How can you show up in community differently? If you're like me and a lot of people who come to me, you are mostly repulsed by community. And, you know, wise choice considering the options. However, we're not going to go deeper with ourselves if we don't get back in connection with each other, because this time on the planet is about group collective effort. It's not about the lone Buddha on the mountain anymore. It's about us. There's no more I, it's we. And the more that we encompass that and embody that presence of, it's about all of us. Because you know why? Because we are beautiful. We are fucking so next level beautiful when we let our hearts come out and play with each other. And then it brings us all resilience and hope. Spirit brings us resilience and hope. But spirit, when animated through each other and when our hearts are connected, is one of the most extraordinary things that I've been blessed to see in my communities over and over again. Um, so if you don't like community, you best to join us then. Because you might like this one. All right, you guys. Oh shit. Okay, so my stomach is still like. Do you think it's like what do you call that thing? Heartburn? Maybe it's heartburn. It's not. It's spirit. It's spirit fire. It's angel fire. I can feel it. So, what are you gonna learn if nothing else? Hands up to the sky. Okay. Give praise like your soul depends on it. This is how our ancestors did it. We were humbled every day because they could probably see. They didn't have dead eyes. They could see spirit up there. So, Archangel Azrael, with this last and final boost, we're so grateful for your teachings these last 3 days. Thank you for showing us the diamond souls. Thank you for teaching us more about what it might mean for us to be an even more rocking channel, to be a channel in our lives. But really to be a channel for you, Great Spirit, and for the holy ones that walk with us, for our soul tribe in spirit. Help us embrace this extraordinary gift that you're offering us, this extraordinary challenge presented to us on this planet. So, creator of all that is, Archangel Azrael, I ask for you now to help bring deep peace into the bellies of the people listening, and to help redefine their pain into power, and to help move this power now into deeper sense of purpose, more responsibility, to take responsibility, not just for their own lives, but for the state of what's around them in the world. To give them the strength, the clarity like a diamond, to know easily how to cook the right way under pressure, how to use their fire, their rage in a good way, and how to reach out to good people, take risks, and to surrender every day a little more to you, Great Spirit. So we're going to say hello to the West a little bit. We're inviting a little more of that light and this crystal light. Yesterday was water, and now it's this gift of it's a little more soul stuff, but with a slightly different fluffy texture. I'm seeing like luminescent mist almost, but like brilliant light coming to surround you and insulate you. And it's coming around now to protect you. And they're saying they want you to let yourself actually feel the protection that they're giving you right now. So take a few breaths. They're saying, please know you're protected. The more you surrender and the more you receive yourself as a channel so that spirit can move through you, the more protection you will feel. The more inspiration you will feel, the more creativity, the more freedom you will feel. So open your heart now to be an even bigger channel. Take a breath and let this light, this mist, wash through your heart a little bit more and wash through your belly to illuminate that fire, to let the fire out, to let the fire, it's like that. luminescent, powerful white. I've seen a white luminescent dragon burning, firing up in all of our bellies, from spark to flame to fire to inferno, all of us at the same time. So seek community, stay connected with others who inspire you. Do whatever it is you came here to do. Ask Spirit to help you learn how to be more unfuckable. Laugh more, play more. Because you know why? Because we're going to die. If I didn't mention, we're going to die. Enjoy your life, no matter what. Do the good work. Enjoy your life. Connect with beautiful people. It's a good solution. Thank you, Asriel. Phew. The light on the trees is getting pretty suspicious. No, you guys. So make sure to join me. Give praise, everybody. Raise the roof. Give praise. You guys keep watching my pages. I'm doing other stuff like, doing church stuff. I'm a luminary of a church now, so embarrassing. But I'm doing a praise, a worship service in 2 weeks. It's called Praise the Roof. And we'll be celebrating the heavens. We'll be going outside. That's the best way to pray for me. I don't care how cold it is. I'll roll around out there. And join me in the Angel Alchemy Academy if you haven't already. Okay? Just don't say no. Just do it. Just join us. Have fun. Many mysteries to be unlocked there. And I love every group that comes. God, so powerful. So powerful. So, I think there's a bonus too. Do we have a bonus? Yeah. Oh, if any of you are joining like in the next, 24 hours, 48 hours. Yeah, I think I want to do like, do we have one-on-one? I think I'm going to meet. Yeah, I'd like to do like a couple of one-on-one sessions with folks. So if you do sign up in the next 24 hours, maybe I might have like one for free. Amber, so can we put that on the thing? Sorry, you guys, last minute, but I'm just feeling the spirit. Okay, love to meet you guys in person. So we'll throw in a one-on-one with me, just so I can meet you guys, and we will see you soon. Hopefully, we also have a Mount Shasta pilgrimage coming for those students as well, so you could check that out. Anyways, you guys, party on and rock with these great spirits that are here for us. Show us your pictures in the threads. If you take some good pictures today, put them in there. Thank you, Asriel. You guys, good luck. Good luck out there. Stay full of love and piss and vinegar at the same time. Okay, that's the sweet spot.